Hi class, this is Mr. C. I'm going to go ahead and do the read aloud for our Chapter 1, Lesson 1, Geography of the World. Before we start with the reading, we're going to go over the key terms that are going to appear in this section. So the first term is geography, which is a study of Earth's features. Then we have continent, a large landmass. Then we have landform, a feature of Earth's surface. Then we have weather, the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. Then we have climate, the typical weather conditions at a particular location over a period of time. Before you read, in this lesson you will learn about the many elements that make up geography. We're going to scroll down. We're going to look at our first section, looking at Earth. What covers the surface of the Earth? Geography is the study of the Earth's features such as rivers and deserts. Geographers are people who study geography. Geographers also study how living things and Earth's features interact. Geography has shaped where people lived and how people lived. It has also influenced historical decisions. Geographers divide the world into 7 continents. The 7 continents are Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. All continents are large land masses, but their sizes vary greatly. That is because geographers define continents not just by size, they also consider landform and common cultural characteristics. The Earth has many types of landforms. They include mountains, plateaus, hills, valleys, and plains. Landforms have had a strong influence on the way people live. For example, farming in a mountainous region is different from farming in a plains region. Nearly 75% of the Earth is covered by water. Some of the water is fresh and some is salt water. Only fresh water is drinkable. Bodies of water include oceans, lakes, and rivers. Since ancient times, people used waterways to transport goods. Water travel helped people to communicate with each other. People have also harvested fish from oceans, lakes, and rivers. Question 1. How has geography shaped the lives of people? Scrolling down. Climate, weather, and vegetation. What is the difference between climate and weather? The condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time is called weather. Climate is the typical weather conditions at a particular location over a period of time. Throughout history, climate has affected the way people lived. For example, the Arabian Peninsula has a very hot, dry climate. This region also has short rainy seasons. During dry seasons, people would move with their animal herds. They went to a place that had a steady source of water. During the rainy season, they would move again. At this time, they headed to pastures. Over time, many people developed a way of life around moving along these routes. Vegetation or plant life varies from place to place. The types of plants common to a place depend on temperature, rainfall, and type of soil. For example, tropical rainforests grow in areas that always have warm, wet weather. Vegetation or plant life varies from place to place. The types of plant common to a place depend on temperature, rainfall, and type of soil. For example, a tropical rainforest grow in areas that always have warm, wet weather. Vegetation also affects ways of life. For example, 1,000 years ago, Europe had many forests. People used these forests for fuel, hunting, and building materials. In contrast, parts of Southwest Asia have very few trees. People there got what they needed through trade. Question 2. What factors determine which types of plants are common to a place? Next section, 5 themes of geography. How do geographers organize the study of geography? The geographic theme location answers the question, where is it? Absolute location is the exact place where a geographic feature is found. Relative location describes where a geographic feature is found. in comparison to places around it. For example, California is south of Oregon. The geographic theme place answers the question, what is it like there? Place deals with the physical features of a location. It also deals with features made by people. These are called human features. A natural harbor is an example of a physical feature. A skyscraper is an example of a human feature. The geographic theme region answers the question, how are places similar and different? A region is an area on the Earth with similar characteristics. For example, California, Oregon, and Washington form the U.S. region known as the West Coast. The main characteristic of this region is the Pacific Ocean. Alaska and Hawaii also have Pacific Ocean coastline, but they are not part of the West Coast. This is because they are far from the other states. The geographic theme movement answers the question, how do people, goods, and ideas move from one location to another? Since ancient times, people, goods, and ideas have moved from place to place. The geographic theme, human environments interaction, answers the question, how do people relate to the physical world? Throughout history, people have used what the environment offers. By doing this, they have changed the way they lived. Historians studied what people did in the past. One basic influence on what people did was the conditions in which they lived. Their geography. Understanding geography is an important part of being a historian. Questions 3. What are the 5 themes of geography? I hope this read aloud was helpful. Please make sure to complete your reading guide questions in the Google Docs. If you need any help, please feel free to email me. Thank you.